Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting episode of Telia Misfits. 31 episodes. We made it through the 30 episode mark. Aren't you happy, guys? Aren't you proud? Yeah.
Woo!
Woo! Yeah.
Yeah.
And only two deaths. But one was reversed. The other one
I got better.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. I am here joined with my wonderful friends. I love these people, by the way. So, big ups for Circastrophe,
Hi everyone.
Ocean X.
My voice isn't shit this week.
You're fine, buddy. Raining Blades.
Old Yeller, come back Yeller.
Savian.
Humble store, please have key for game I pre-ordered.
God damn it. And the wonderfully dead Spyro Proxy.
I'm dead.
Couldn't have said it better myself, and I did. So, today we will be having a recap done by the wonderfully dead and very dead because he got killed. Spyro Proxy, please take it away.
Thank you for emphasizing. We started off last time with a plan already underway. We're fighting goblins, some big, others small, but they were many, too many. The wounds started piling up. Dark energies were flying around. The poor goblin caster couldn't even move. Demir made sure of that. And eventually, the wounds were too strong on Terry, who died from an arrow. Afterwards, the party started to investigate the location. They found the prisoners, and they found a weird portal, which suddenly started to glow blue. A strange shift in color made them realize something was wrong. And as they looked at Terry, they see him possessed by tentacles, orchestrating the change in the Matrix. Did I cover everything?
The change in the Matrix.
You forgot the part where Emry's Hunger of Hadar just absolutely annihilated most of the enemies.
Oh,
yes,
indeed.
I forgot.
That
That took almost all of them.
Mhm.
That was clutch. That was a clutch spell. Like chokehold, choke point, hunger of Adar, everything dies. Plus, held up by the wonderful counter spells from one Demir.
Yeah, actually, that was the MVP.
Used all my fucking third level spots.
Yeah, but thanks to that, like, you know.
Hey, I was dodge tanking the boss
You were. Definitely
yeah.
were.
and nearly died.
Yeah, and Callahan was healing people and doing a great job at it. And Terry was getting shot.
Terry died. Bare minimum for Alaric. Let's go, boys.
Terry died.
And Terry got shot.
Terry died, yeah.
That's the extent of last sessions for Terry. He hit one guy, knocked him out, and then got shot in the face.
Yeah, I should have stopped there. No, never mind.
While you were ahead, yeah. All right. So, as the portal shifts in colors, you look upon Terry, tentacles sprouting out from his mouth, his eyes, his nose, his ears, and from various parts of his body just ripping through the flesh. As these tentacles seem to manipulate his body, he waves his hands, and a portal shifts. Different runes light up, and it shifts from a blue to a purple color as tentacles similar to the ones that Terry has around him, begin to slowly sprout out of the portal. The party rushes towards Terry's corpse, tackles him, and asks, "What are you?" Only to receive an answer from Terry in another voice that also came from the portal. The tackle brings down Terry, as I believe most of you actually joined in on the tackle. I know Callahan
it was a
did.
group tackle.
Yeah, it was a group
That's-
tackle. I know Kyoho was
Did it
kind of
right away.
lost as to what happened. Because Kyoho's like, what are we doing?
I don't know magic stuff. I
Indeed.
cast sword.
Indeed. You do see Kyoho as Callahan, Demir, and Emerus tackle. Well, Emerus's magical hand tackles Terry. You see that Abe is struggling with his large battle axe, just swinging around, cutting off pieces of the tentacles. What the bloody fuck is this? As he swings down. What are you doing, Kyoho?
And Kyoho's gonna ask, "Is there anything I should be doing right now?"
Got the bloody fucking tentacles!
Okay.
Emrys just kind of calls out, "We have to get out of here immediately."
All right.
What about Terry though? He's standing right there.
You see
I don't. Terry's tentacles. I don't know if.
Callahan, as you are on top of Terry, the tentacles begin to swarm around you. Roll me a strength saving throw, please.
Do you mean perception check?
You can perceive the tentacles wrapping around you very well.
Religiously, is there like a religious figure that corresponds to the end of times?
You know what? Roll a religion. It's gonna be a high religion roll.
It's okay.
Yeah, you are kind of surrounded by tentacles. It's kind of hard to think.
It could be Maul. You don't know.
Indeed.
We don't know.
Oh, is that you?
We don't know. We don't know. We can't deny that it could be Maul. You know what I mean? Can't confirm or deny.
Yamete Mao Senpai. So, as this happens, you, two of you, Abe and Kyoho, are cutting. By the way, Osho, I'm hearing myself. By the way, just want to point that out. Echo. All right. Thank you. So, as this is happening, Abe and Kyoho are cutting apart the tentacles. You see the elves huddle up as some of the men pick up what seems to be discarded blades from the goblins that fought Abe in this place, and begin to also help cutting up the tentacles. Callahan, you feel your body surrounded by these tentacles, and you begin to feel squeezed by them. They are incredibly strong for their size, and you do take. Okay. You take 4 points of damage. I rolled really low. As you do feel them squeezing you. Now,
Can I ask what type of damage? Is it like bludgeoning or is it something else?
this would be bludgeoning damage, yes.
Okay, so it's a physical thing, is it?
Yes, it's a physical. They are actually just crushing you.
As opposed to, the other kind of crushing out there, it is.
Yes, as opposed to magical crushing, which is the same, only magical.
Magic.
Yes, magic.
Thank you for the clarification, I appreciate it.
All right. So, as this is happening, suddenly the tentacles loosen. And for just a moment, as you hear this screech coming from, well, Terry and the portal, from both directions. And then suddenly, the tentacles around the portal begin to shake and tremble. And you see a large tentacle whip outside of the portal. And you see coming out of this portal, along with the tentacle, a large armored form. Large gray silverish armor with golden markings, a tabard in the front, white and gold with a golden disc, and this large sword, very heavy looking sword, great sword, as it's glowing a deep golden light, seemingly starting to fade, but it seems like it exploded from the sword. As this figure is launched out of the portal, lands on his back with a strong crunch, and then flips on the floor and ends up on one knee, flipping the sword. One eye glowing as the glowing is fading. The tentacles seem to stop for a moment as all of you shift your eyes from this armored figure to the portal and see throughout the whole dimension of the portal a yellow and green eye begins to open, focusing upon everyone. Edward, please. What do you do? As you see...
Thanks for the introduction.
As you see this figure...
Sorry. I'm just opening up Roll20, I didn't want to spoil. But Edward is going to walk around and just shout, "Close the portal!" And he charges at the portal.
Okay. See, this figure that just shouts, "Close the portal," he shouts that and charges at the portal. What do you do exactly?
How? I don't know.
Who are you? What do we... Do you know how? How do we close the portal?
Edward is preparing for an attack, so destroy it.
You're literally attacking the portal.
Yeah, the portal has a big ring, right?
Yeah, it is composed of a big stone ring.
Yeah, he's going to hit it.
Okay, roll an attack.
Control the TED affects... No, never mind. It's in the spell, never mind.
Yeah, it affects... Total Dead affects creatures.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Is the portal alive?
Still tentacles come out of the portal, sorry. Or were those like blown back?
I thought they come out of Terry, no?
Okay. The portal itself doesn't seem to be a living creature. There are tentacles outside that are coming out of the portal and wrapping around it, starting to wrap around it, and there is this big eye in the center of the portal. So, I want Edward to please roll me an attack roll with his greatsword.
I'm having some lag, but I think the shit is up.
This
Still loading, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
The sheet.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's up.
Okay.
Does it
That's
hit?
a fucking weapon name.
Great sword of pleasure.
That would not be a hit unless you want to use your hero point.
No,
That's
not now. But extra attack.
Okay. That is a
Okay.
hit.
Smite. At second level.
All right.
I wonder what class he is based on his abilities and that picture.
I wonder what he might be. Oh, there we go. All right, so that's a total of 25 damage, as you all see this great sword just smash into the portal. It flashes this brilliant light, and you see a chunk of the portal break off, and you see some of the runes begin to flicker. What do the rest of you do?
I guess I'm gonna start attacking the portal.
Okay, Kyoho, start attacking the portal.
Emrys is gonna just like
Okay.
pick up a
So-
rock or something and just like with the mage hand and just like throw it at the like side of the portal or something.
All right, I'm attacking the
Literally have
portal.
no, I don't have any way to attack.
Okay.
I guess I'm going to try and just slam it with a firebolt.
You okay? Kyoho, that is just enough to hit.
My only damaging cantrip is Mind Sliver, and I'm pretty sure that the portal does not have a mind.
Second attack.
You saw that
And
magic
it's-
dagger?
Yeah, but that would require getting close to the portal, which is currently surrounded by tentacles.
All right. And with
I
my
have
bonus
HP.
action, I'm
Okay.
going to eat one of the rice balls that I made this morning. to gain
Okay.
3 temporary hit points.
Go ahead and do this. The Skyrim.
I'm gonna do the same.
Okay.
'Cause I forgot about that.
Can I cast Toll the Dead on the tentacles?
How many temporary hit points do you get?
You can definitely
3.
try. Yes.
It's equal to a proficiency bonus.
Which is 3.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
3 temporary HP.
Demir.
Now notice that I only have 3 of these, so I probably
Yeah.
held on to one, gave one to Emrys, and gave one to Callahan. So those are where the rice balls are.
All right.
Emrys kind of sees Kyoho like eating a snack, and Emrys is like, "That's a great idea."
Sensuine.
Emrys could or Emrys or Callahan or someone could take. Demir has. They could use our action. Like Demir has a magic crossbow someone can borrow.
I was gonna ask, does Demir look like he's gonna cast like Firebolt or anything like that?
He is.
That's all I can do unless I use this. That's what I'm gonna do.
If Demir's looking like he's gonna do a Firebolt, I think a little bit of guidance might be in order here.
Guidance does not affect attack rolls.
Ah, so it doesn't.
I mean, so if Demir's offering this crossbow, then Emrys will, like, I'll help.
Okay. Emrys, you take off the crossbow from the Mir's backpack, basically. It should be hanging on the side. It's quite big to be inside the backpack. Sure, you can fire a bolt. Firebolt does hit.
Okay.
It'll be a +1 to your normal dexterity
Hang on.
because it's magic.
Wait, can I just click this? Or... No.
No, that's just proficiency.
Yeah, no, I don't have a thing
But
for
we're
it. It'll just be well, I have proficiency, so it'll just be plus.
So
Sorry,
it's
yeah.
+3 plus dexterity +1.
I'm doing
Wait,
8
oh, yeah,
damage,
'cause it's
fire
magic
damage
as well,
to the
isn't it?
portal. Yeah.
8 damage. That is a hit. So that would be a 1d10.
1d8 because it's a light crossbow.
Oh, yes. 1d8 plus your dexterity.
+1 because it's magic.
+1, yes. Okay, that's a 6. And finally, Callahan, what are you doing?
Ooh,
Keep beating up Terry.
I'll take a Terry. I suppose, I'm shit. I look and like I've so few damaging cantrips.
By the way, you're still on top of Terry, and the tentacles have loosened up, so you can move. They're no longer restraining you, but they are still there, and Terry corpse is still there.
Was Terry dead again, or is he undead?
I mean,
Is gentle repose still in effect?
you get the sense that Terry himself, the corpse, is not being controlled. No, it's not alive or unalive. It's more the tentacles that are working through him.
Oh God.
Maul.
Oh, Maul.
So what do you do, Callahan?
You know what? Can I would like to cast Toll the Dead on one of the tentacles, if that's okay.
Okay. So you cast Toll the Dead on the tent. Oh wait, are you casting on the tentacles in front of you, or are you casting on the tentacles from the portal?
The ones. It was the ones that are in front of me that are coming from Terry that grabbed me.
Okay.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, then those. Yeah, the one that's kind of like the more imminent threat.
That is a natural 1 that I rolled.
Oh, nice. He takes the damage then.
He takes damage.
2d8.
Yes. 2d8. 11. Okay. So
Yeah.
you see the tentacles flailing, and then you hear another as the tentacles stretch and begin to turn black and begin to turn to ash. However, once the tentacles begin to disintegrate into Terry himself, you see Terry's body begin to decompose quickly. The whole body beginning to fade.
Oh, no. Can I cast Spare the Dying? Will that help as a bonus action?
He's already dead.
You cast,
I don't know. Maybe I can undo his undeath.
You try as hard as you can, and you cast Spare the Dying, but you feel like it doesn't take hold. Unfortunately, the body begins to disintegrate. However, the combination of everyone's attack... Ooh, I forgot Abe. Abe also swings his axe. Ooh, Abe hits with 1 attack.
Nice.
Everyone's hitting with just 1 attack. Okay, Abe, chill.
I only have 1 attack. Woo.
Yeah. Abe, please chill. Abe just did 20 damage from 1 swing.
Barbarians.
Barbarians, yeah. So, Kyoho, you slice off a little bit. The firebolt destroys a little bit. The greatsword destroys a little bit more. Plenty more. The crossbow bolt does some damage to the runes. And you see the portal begins to flicker almost out of existence. The stone beginning to crumble. A few more hits should do it. However, everyone do a dexterity saving throw, please. Except for Callahan. He's far away.
boy.
Actually, Callahan...
Good thing I'm good at dexterity saves.
Just letting you know that if you are within 10 feet of me, you have +2 to the saving throw.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Kyoho and Abe have that +2. Abe, why did you roll a natural 1?
No, Abe.
Goddamn, all of you. That's pretty gnarly.
Except Abe.
I'm a monk.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. So all of you take, as the tentacles begin to trash around, all of you take what would have been 10 points of damage reduced to 5.
We don't have our tokens out.
No. I will fix that. I will fix that. As I put you on the new Misfit page.
Oh boy. So I have
2 points, yeah.
5 total hit points.
Oh! Oh yeah, because
So I'm
you,
at
you have the
0.
temporary. Okay, so you just see Kyoho get shit whipped to the floor. Unconscious, not dying. Although you don't, now that I think about it, you guys don't know that, you just see her get shit whipped.
Yo-ho!
I had
Indeed.
2 wounds already. Let me get that marked on my token too,
Ah,
in case
yes.
it matters.
Yes, indeed.
Because if I had one more wound, this would be death.
Indeed, indeed. So, they begin to thrash about. But, actually, Abe gets knocked out as well, because Abe was at 2 HP. So, Abe just gets shit whipped as well. The rest of you, you get one more turn. What do you do?
Well, we probably need a turn order now, since we need to see when I go.
Oh, you're at 0, so you're just unconscious. You don't.
For my death save.
Yeah, you're unconscious. Didn't you have exactly 5 HP?
Oh, that's right. I am at 0.
Yeah, you're at 0, so you're not dying. You're just unconscious.
Okay.
All right. So, but let's go in the same order as before. Edward, what do you do?
Edward will attack again at the portal.
All right,
Okay.
that is a hit.
Smite at second level.
Okay, that's 25
Okay.
points of damage.
And I
Paladins.
attack again.
Go ahead, Paladin. The second
Okay, that's a
attack,
fail.
yeah, doesn't do enough. It's not a hit. All right. That next would be. Well, it would be Kyoho, but she's unconscious. So Demir. Not enough, Demir. Unfortunately, it's so damaged. The portal has so much damage on it. But unfortunately, your firebolt hits at a part that doesn't seem to be crucial for the portal. And Emerus, I think. Yeah, Emerus. Nope.
I'm gonna hero point.
All right, hero that point.
Hero that point.
18. That's a
Better.
hit.
All right. What was the roll I made? For
So
now, it's 1d8
D8 plus 2. Yay. 4 damage. And Callahan.
I can. So are the tentacles coming from Terry? They're all gone, are they?
Yes, it's all turning to mulch.
You could
Oof.
spare the dying. What's his name? Abe as a bonus action.
Oh my god, yeah, fucking Abe. I thought to myself, I was like, yeah, I can heal Abe, and then I immediately forgot about him.
Or Abe.
Poor Abe, yeah, what a shit show. Yeah. Can I cast 2 cantrips in the same turn?
Sure, if one's a bonus action and one's an action.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I'll spare the dying Abe, and then I'll toll the dead. With the tentacles coming out of the portal, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, no, never. That's not, no. They resist very well.
Never mind, I'd already typed in or slash 2d12.
No. All right, so it doesn't seem like it was. Actually, I forgot the elves. Let me just roll for the elf. Nope, that's a 1. Anyway, so the tentacles
Are
are
we slaughtering the elves?
the tentacles are trashing about, and they begin to lash out to wrap around all of you. So I want all of you, including Callahan. Kyoho automatically fails. Abe does not because Abe is no Abe is unconscious. Just spare the diavid. But I want everyone to roll strength saving throws, please.
Was that strength? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right. So
You
Oh,
can use
no.
your point.
Abe, Kyoho, Demir, Emrys, Callahan, you're all
Okay.
wrapped by tentacles.
Alright. Nice knowing you guys.
But Edward, you are able to break free of them. What do? It is your turn as you see everyone get pulled into the portal.
Can I try to cut all the tentacles that are pulling at once?
Not all the tentacles at once. You can at
Okay,
best
okay.
target one tentacle per attack, but that's up to
I'll
you.
try to attack the portal
Okay.
since we already did a lot of damage there.
It looks very,
I'm good
very
to-
unstable.
I'm going to use my hero point.
Okay.
Okay.
You're going to use your
And,
hero point? I didn't see the attack.
I did. It was a 23. First it was a 9. Can you see it? Or am I lagging that hard?
I can't see it either.
Yeah, it's
Not
Yeah, I
showing
must
it.
be lagging.
yeah, it's probably lagging. Internet sucks.
Yeah.
There we
it
go.
is.
9 and a
There we
23.
go.
Okay, so 23, that's a hit. Do damage.
And I'll use smite at second level.
Might hit second level again. Alright, and with that, as the blade strikes the portal, you feel it cleave through the side of the portal. It moves and shifts and begins to crumble as the portal, the red mist-like energy, begins to fade and vanishes. The tentacles that were out suddenly get cut as if a blade just sliced right through them, and they drop to the floor with all of you as well, and they begin to rapidly decompose very, very quickly. And the portal seems to have vanished. Congratulations. You survived.
Barely.
Yes.
What? Emma's just kind of like wiping off all of this like tentacle gunk.
How are the captives, all the elves?
The female elves they stood back enough when shit started hitting the fan, so they were not injured. But unfortunately, of the 3 male elves, 1 survived. The other 2 didn't make it.
That.
Thank
God
you, thank you, kind sir.
Oh yeah. Who are you?
Oh,
Emma's just kind of like very on edge.
I'm Edward. Who are you? And where are we?
I am Emrys. We're in some ruins which goblins were coming out of. It's kind of hard to explain.
Yes, but
Why did you come out of there?
are we in Wallgate
No.
or somewhere else? Okay. I entered the portal in Wallgate. Came out here. Felt like a million years in the void. and then he just stares at the wall.
Callahan, please roll me a religion.
I'm also proficient in religion.
Also roll religion then.
I'm unconscious.
I'm proficient in all knowledge skills. I am the
proficient in
ultimate
being
nerd.
unconscious.
You fucking nerd. Yeah, so Callahan and Amir, please roll a religion as you look upon this night.
I apologize for how low my rolls have been so far.
Aw. All right, so, but it's still, Callahan, it's still enough to learn something. You immediately recognize something. The symbol on his chest, on the tabard, that golden disc. It's just a plain golden disc. It does resemble the symbol of the god Dharman, one of the gods of the womb. Don't know much about that god, but you do recognize the symbol. He is one of the brothers. He's one of Mal's brothers. Demir.
So he and Callahan are cousins.
Demir. That's 25. You know a lot. Yeah. Dharman is kind of the opposite of Mal, in terms that Mal is the god of justice and law, and Dharman is the god of pleasure, freedom, kind of chaotic nature. He's a good god, but he is also the patron of thieves, of performers, of whorehouses.
So Thanksgivings are awkward.
Yes. You also know that Dharman is the only god that doesn't have churches. He's also the god of travelers, but he's the only god that doesn't have churches or places of worship. Like Mal, even Mal has courts. Dharman is not into that kind of crap. He just wants people to go out there and live the best life they can live, full of pleasure and freedom, which Mal generally doesn't agree with. Yeah, so you do recognize that he is clearly a follower of Dharman. It shows because he has like the golden discs in several places in his body. Carry on, please.
This is not Wallgate. This is we are in the wilds. Does this Emrys kind of looks towards Demir. Does this area have like an actual name, or is it just the wilds?
We are on the main continent, west of Westreach in the wildlands.
Edward is
Elven
still
territory.
staring. Oh, okay. Edward was staring, and then when Demir said Elven territories of elves, we're in the
Yes.
woods.
Emrys just kind of looks towards the all those elves, probably like cowering in the corner.
Oh yeah.
Edward steps back from the elves. Elves are dangerous.
You say that after emerging from a portal which was filled with otherworldly tentacles.
No, that was just a while ago. Most of it was just nothingness. Just a void. But are you here to save me? You came for me?
No.
Where exactly in Woolgate did you go through a portal?
It was...
And what year is it?
Might I suggest that we take our time to discuss things after leaving this place, because we do not know when the rest of the greenskins will come back.
Okay, okay. And then later you'll tell me what a green skin is. Yes.
Emery just kind of gestures to the dozens and upon dozens of dead bodies on the floor.
Yes, there are plenty.
Oh, oh. Okay.
Oh my.
And then Emrys will just kind of look around to see if there's anything worth taking before they leave.
Okay. I will say this. As you're looking around, Callahan, your ungodly perception as per usual.
Thank you.
Callahan.
There's actually, could I just jump in real quick and just ask, do I recognize Edward's accent from anywhere? Like from Walgate.
Huh, okay. He does not have a Walgate accent.
Would that be normal in Walgate? Like I'm from Dublin, and Dublin people don't tend to have an Irish accent. So that's something.
How should I put this? You don't recognize.
let's get political on this. Like, where exactly is he from? Is he from like a good neighborhood?
Okay,
or?
you get the you actually his accent is very similar to the mainland Telia accent from Windborn, but also not. You actually, it's weird. It's an accent you've heard, but at the same time you haven't.
Is it the case that I don't recognize it because it's from a different continent, or that I'm just not? It's something that I haven't been exposed to within Walgate.
You haven't been exposed to this. You don't know if it's from another continent or if it's not, or if it's from a place you haven't been to before.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
All right. So what you do see though, Callahan, your ungodly perception. You don't hear any commotion. What you do see is coming from. 'Cause you came from one of the left chambers. You assume Ave came from the main entrance, which you can see. Just a trail of dead bodies, just leading from where you are all the way to the entrance that Ave and his group seem to have dispatched during the raid.
But mostly Abe.
But mostly Ave. You actually see you actually see Jack, the ranger, the owner of the dog from before. You see his body right near the entrance. You don't see the elf though. The woman. She doesn't seem to be around, or at least her body doesn't seem to be visible. You do see a shit ton of corpses. Abe had his hands busy. Yeah. But you don't feel, at least for now, you don't actually feel like there's any incoming enemies. Might change, but for now it seems to be calm.
Move over to that spell book that someone said I would have been able to see.
Sure, you do see it. You go over to the spellcasting goblin, the gobbo, and you see a leather-bound tome in his hands. It does have several inscriptions in you assume to be the goblin language. You don't actually know what it says, and it does have this intricate design in the front that seems to be both actually it's almost like bird wings, but clipped bird wings.
I'm taking that.
All right, you taking that? Do you open it or do you just leave it as is?
I'm going to just keep it closed for now. Basically, tuck it away.
Okay, okay. So you slip it slip it into your bag. Yes, Callahan, indeed. Um, but that is not needed. That is not needed. Um, all right. Do you wanna? If you're looking through the bodies for anything valuable, it's gonna take some time.
Wait, before that, can I give 5 points of HP to Kyoho and Abe
Okay.
with the lay on hands?
Okay. So you give 5 points to each of them. Kyoho,
Yeah.
there's this large armored man, uh, just leaning over you, filling you with life. While Abe pops up, like, what the fuck? Fuck! What? Ah! He's like swinging his axe in the air, just wildly, just what? What?
I smack him.
Emery's kind of would have started to look around, but would have quickly kind of, noticed Terry's body, and just kind of like, what's the state of Terry's body? You said it was decaying. It was like his body itself decaying, or was that just the tentacles?
You look at Terry's body, and where once was a Terry, it's just a pile of mush. And the only thing left is his magical item, which did not disintegrate, which is the staff. I think it's the
Could
only
Callahan
magical
just be
item.
standing over him
Yeah.
with like the Book of Maul in one hand and like maybe trying to like mutter a prayer, but like just isn't. He's not able to finish anything. He just keeps on starting different verses, but keeps on like choking and then starts a new one and kind of goes through that.
Emery's kind of using Mage Hand, picks up the staff, just kind of wipes it off with some cloth, and just kind of holds it and stands next to Callahan.
Okay. All right. So you take a moment to do that. Kyoho, as you're standing, that's a hell of a headache.
Yeah.
You're incredibly wounded, by the way. Uh,
Yep.
you're not dying, but you're limping as everything hurts, and this is not a feeling you like to remember.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Gonna sit down.
Okay, that's fair. It's very fair. All right.
Right. So I guess question: should we? I know there's at least one group of goblins that we not aware of. Is our idea to leave or to try and rest up briefly here in case we get ambushed while trying to escape, or what?
Abe puts his axe to his shoulder and like, well, I know I killed a lot of them. I didn't see no more that wouldn't fight in us, but there might be some outside. I don't know.
What about your companions?
He looks to the side. Jack didn't make it. That bitch ran away when Jack fell. He spits on the ground.
I'm sorry.
Aye. It's alright. All right.
Demir looks at everyone else to see what other people are thinking.
Callum, probably after a moment, if it's all right with Kyoho, can I expend a few use of my healer's kit to patch up any wounds?
Oh, yes.
That would be wonderful. Thanks.
Roll 2 medicines because she has 2 wounds.
Is it 2? Yeah, perfect.
3 wounds. Oh no, unless I didn't get a wound.
You don't
for
get a
going
wound
to
from
zero
from
stably.
going from going uncon now.
Okay.
So, what's the staff that I've stolen from Terry?
Stab of
So
retribution.
one wound is healed, the other one not so much. Yeah, what the hell? You can use another healer's kit if you want.
I got 2 uses left. Let's go, boys. All
Well,
right.
Clearly, we should
need
just
one.
roll our own dice and tell Rand what we rolled.
What the hell? 3 7s is the only scenario that I
You
wouldn't
just need a
want.
10. You just need a 10. At least. So
Ridiculous. Oh my God.
but you do patch up Kyoho. You only have one more healer's kit, but you do patch up Kyoho. So, question: what do you guys wish to do? Here are some options. You can either take a short rest here, or you can look around, take some time, and then leave and take a short rest somewhere, or you can leave immediately without looking anything over. What do you guys wish to do?
I'd be of the mind of one of the latter two. I don't feel safe. Is there? I suppose I don't really have a bag, do I? Somehow, and this is going to sound kind of morose, I'd like to harvest like Terry's remains for a proper burial somewhere else.
Okay. I'm gonna say you can easily find a container from the goblin camp to put the mulch that was once Terry.
Walking away with a bit of Tupperware with your bloody inside.
Demir would be of mind to actually rest up here and then depart when it's over. But
Yeah, I think Emrys might agree to rest up here.
Yeah, resting here sounds like not moving.
to be clear, Demir's rationale is that if they do leave and they get ambushed by some people that they are coming back or something like that, that's going to be really bad. Where at least if they're resting and kind of waiting, they can at least maybe get some forewarning. And if they finish their rest, like we get back, like Kyo gets back key points, Demir will actually be able to recharge some of his slots.
I won't put up any fight. It's clear it's a 3 against 1 scenario. He's just gonna take a short rest.
Okay. Edward, what are you doing?
Edward is staring at the goblin corpse.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
All right. So, Abe just gonna go along with the other group to, a wee bit of a rest seems like a good idea. Then
Alright.
I'll stay by the entrance and keep watch. And you see him move away from the group towards the stairs that lead down towards the entrance, and he just sits down on the stairs, just patching himself up and looking over.
I can give everybody an extra D8 of hit points if you use any hit die.
Cool. So you guys can use hit dice now if you want.
Is it all right? So because I can't remember from last time, is it 1d8 total? That's
It's an extra 1d8 if you spend any hit die.
Yeah.
gotcha.
I can do it to 4 plus my proficiency bonus number of people. We don't have more than 7 people here right now.
Gotcha. I was just making sure if I rolled like a d8 for each hit die or not, because I was like,
I'd say the elves don't count, so you technically have 6 people.
Yeah.
All right. So
We haven't had a short rest this day yet, have we?
no, because you finished the long rest and then went on this mission. You did the
And when we
raid
finish a
in the
when we
morning.
finish a long rest, we get 3, don't we?
You get half of your total level.
Half
So
the total,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you regain half of your hit die after a long rest.
Indeed. Damn.
What's going on?
I
Have
had
a
some pretty
good
awful
day, boys.
rolls.
Have a good day. This is what we're here for.
This is what Osio does. Meanwhile, I rolled 2 1s.
I rolled a.
I rolled 2 1s, 2 3s, and then a 6.
And then we've also got what's Kyoho's thing for again?
You roll an extra d8.
An extra D8.
Yeah, just an extra D8 in general.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, that's quite a few. That's 29 hit points there again.
Okay. Callahan, are you healing yourself up, or are you just?
No, I healed myself up. I forgot that in my Constitution modifier, but I'm effectively full health.
Well,
Okay.
if you just hit the word hit die underneath your hit die, it rolls it for you once.
Yeah.
I've already rolled. Sorry, but
Yeah.
I did. So I rolled 3 of my hit die, and then I used one of the rice balls that got me a 4th D8. Yeah.
That ask save because I don't remember.
That was don't worry. That was aimed at Sev. Yeah.
So what was that?
Rice ball.
Rice ball? It's just 3 hit points.
3 temporary hit points. Okay, it's not even a normal heal. It's just 3 temporary hit points.
I'll take off. So it was the third. I'll throw off the third hit die. Hold on. I'll take off the 11 sale.
So while all of this is happening, so everyone's patching themselves up. Edward, you do come out of your daze. Everyone's patching themselves up. What are you doing?
I will look. I'll look around, see what I can find. Food, preferably.
Okay. First of all, what you do see, before anything else, is lots and lots of dead bodies. There was a hell of a battle here. And all of the dead bodies, aside from 1 or 2 elves, seem to be these green-skinned creatures. Some as small as a halfling, some as tall as a human. 1 or 2 or 3, yeah, 3. As tall as an oni, more or less. But you do see a lot of dead bodies. You see one of them that has this golden armor, very embellished, full plate set of armor, with several markings and inscriptions. As you're looking around, you see one that is wearing robes. You see some archers. You see some armored dudes. And then you find some food. These seems to be rations, some meat, that kind of stuff. Mostly meat.
Okay. Edward will sit down next to the meat and start eating
Okay.
his share and the next person's share, and just eats a lot.
Okay. you just see this. How tall is he?
Yeah, it's in the title, so pretty tall.
Yeah, but I remember he was like 6'2", right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
He's smaller than an Oni. For human standards, he's
yeah.
tall.
So you see this tall human, shorter than the Mir and Kyoho, but this tall human begin to gorge himself in all the meats he finds in the camp. while
Do we
everyone
know
else is.
he's human?
Oh, he does have to remove his
Yeah.
helmet, and you see that.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, no, I didn't say that part.
No,
So
I didn't say
Edward,
it. Yeah, me neither.
describe yourself. What your face looks like.
While Edward has a young face, you can see that whatever you went through certainly aged him a little bit. He has, how do you say, man, I'm forgetting the word in both languages.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much like Santa Claus does he look like?
0.
Dang it.
He looks like a young adult who's been through a lot of shit.
Yeah, olheiras. How do you say that in
Oh,
English?
he has bags under his eyes.
Okay, that, yes.
Yeah, he has the more gaunt
yeah.
expression. Yeah, and I think he's blonde, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
short blonde hair with brown eyes.
All right. So you do confirm this is in fact not a goblin but a human.
Damn it.
Well, a goblin paladin.
I was thinking maybe an Oni.
Nope, he's just tall for
No.
a human. Still around the same height as Kyoho, I think.
Yeah, Edward will stare a bit at Kyoho, and he will give the look of, I think I've seen your face somewhere. He's not in a daze, he's actually looking at Kyoho, trying to remember where he has seen a face like that.
Hmm.
All right. At the end, as this is happening, the 1 hour goes by. Nothing seems to have happened. No intruders. You're healed up as best you can. What do you wish to do now?
Search for things to loot.
Same.
Get
Yeah.
the Newton! Alright. Sure. So everyone that is going on a looting spree can roll an investigation, please.
I'm gonna use
If
my
I
hero
find
point.
anything.
Okay.
I'm not.
That's much better.
What the fuck? This is ridiculous.
Okay.
A double digit, bro. A double digit. That's all I need.
That's okay. Try to reload roll 20. It might help.
I don't want to risk it. What if the next few rolls are all going to be super high? I'm really banking on this.
I'll give you
Alright.
I'll
not
buy you a
doing
hero
great
point.
either.
I'm gonna buy your hero point this.
No, I don't need a hero point, boys. I don't need a hero point. It's okay.
He's giving you one.
wow.
He's
I wanna
giving you
buy
one.
it.
Too late, you've already been bought one.
Tamir is just pulling his weight here. Everyone else is just kind of like looking around, like James
Lots
Wood,
and
the guy,
lots of
like,
dead
ooh, a piece
bodies.
of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
No.
I'm not looking. If someone could check the app for.
Nice!
That's how you use a hero
It loaded
point.
on the stream.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice. So,
Hey,
all right.
Rat 19.
Yeah,
So-
sound, bro. Sound. I
Callahan is
appreciate
just
it.
looking around, like not focused, and it's just like, wait, I've got perception. Suddenly,
Wait,
like,
let
Wait a
Maul
minute.
guide me.
That's a rare magic artifact.
he's not good at looking for things, but he's just so perceptive that he finds them anyways.
All right. So here's what you find, lads. So Callahan, as you're looking around, you actually go to the golden armored goblin,
Oh, nice.
and you notice his full plate of armor actually has several inscriptions that you recognize potentially as magical inscriptions of some sort. You also see that his sword, his short sword, has this angular blade, but then the hilt seems like two angel wings, two golden wings, and also has these inscriptions. Um, you also spot that he has basically a pouch full of gold coins. But when you look at these gold coins, they all look like you've never seen these gold coins. They seem to be stamped with a goblin, like a profile of a goblin, and some words you don't actually understand. But you find what, judging from the weight of each coin, each gob coin, yes, is gonna be the new Bitcoin sweeping Talia. Um, Judging from the weight of each coin, as you count, he seems to have 120 gold coins in general. Um, Now, let's see. You also see that one of the archers has these very embellished bracers. Um, they do have a marking of an arrow piercing. You don't really recognize the animal, but it seems to be something. It's a golden marking. The mirror. You're looking around, and your keen eyes also spot the bracers, and you also spot the a ring that the spellcaster had. That seems to be this black iron ring with a golden uh, gem of sorts.
I'll take the ring.
All
I'll
right.
put it on. I'll just take it, and then I guess. Wait, so Callahan and I both saw the bracers?
Yes.
Are you saying, or okay? I guess Callahan will probably have his hands full with that armor, so Demir will also
Yeah,
grab.
no, it's yours, man. It's yours. Take it away.
Well, technically, well, we'll figure that out later.
I think
But-
Callahan is the Callahan and Edward are indeed the only ones uh, that can wear full plate armor. Edward already has a full plate armor though.
I mean, Demir could wear. He just wouldn't be able to do anything while in it. He wouldn't be able to
Indeed,
cast spells, but it would make him extra tanky.
All right. I'm just gonna give you what other loot you find, like with those rolls as you're looking around. Let's see. You find these that seem to be valuable, like items from all across the goblin camp, and you collect. Just gonna give it to you. It's much easier. These many coins from all the other goblins. They all have like the same stamped goblin faces.
Are we gonna detect magic in any of that fancy stuff that we got?
The mirror.
Yeah, that's my intention, but I don't know if we want to try and get out here first, and then because I don't have identify prepared, so it just basically will take me like 10 minutes per cast.
I mean, to look around it and gather all of this, it did take you almost an hour.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I think it'd be.
No, what I'm
Like, we
saying
could keep
is
waiting.
you could have been casting like detect magic.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
While
I'll
doing that,
definitely-
you can. So you do detect that the plate armor is magical. The short sword is magical. The bracers are magical, and the ring is magical. Also, the spell book that you got. They tend to be
Yeah.
to give faint magical signatures.
Yes, I think detect magic also lets you know the school of magic, right?
Yeah,
Or
but
am I wrong?
for magical items, it usually just tells you if it's magical or not.
Okay.
Ed, do you want the magic sword, or do you want the magic armor? And then I'm probably going to offer the magic sword to Kyoho first before offering it to Edward. If not, Edward, help yourself to the golden Glanglon Spangle.
Oh, I'm fine. You fought them. I didn't. Please.
But you
I
do
have-
see Abe walk up and go, I fought a lot of them. Aye. Guess I should get a share, eh?
That's what I was
That's
trying to say earlier. That we have to figure divvy things up.
that's great, Abe. But I did just spare you from
Callahan.
dying right there.
Callahan, we wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for him.
All right, well, that's fair. That's fair. Look, man, I've got a few brass mugs with jade inlay here.
Callahan, please.
You see him hard staring at Callahan.
Don't be difficult, Callahan.
All right, Abe. Is the armor? Is the sword? What are you interested in?
I need to have a good look at it and know what it does. Any of you knows magic, how to tell what magic does?
I do, yes.
I get to work
We
then, lad.
have enough time. All right, Demir is gonna, assuming we're still sticking around to try and sort this all out, Demir will start testing,
It'd be
identify.
wiser to bring this all out of here and then
That's what I said first.
identify when it's a little bit safer.
All right, good with that. Come on, lads and ladies, as he points towards the elves. Anyone speak Elvish?
Sorry. If there was also like an hour like that, we were basically doing this. I guess also during the short rest, Demir would have also cast or ritual cast detect languages or comprehend languages.
Detect languages.
Sorry, comprehend languages.
You detect Elvish.
So he would do that towards the end. He won't be able to speak it, but he will know what they're saying.
Okay. They seem to be generally just glad to be alive.
Okay.
But one of them, let's go. She turns to you actually. Goes. We know a place we can go to. It's not far from here. It might be safe.
Demir will begin to speak, realize that she still can't understand him, and just give her like 2 thumbs up.
She looks very confused, but somehow understands.
Remember, we have to pick up the child.
The universal language of thumbs up.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Demir.
Now we have to, the child and the dog.
I will say this, Demir, as you're all walking out through the passage, the way you came in, you before that, now that things have calmed down and you've been looking around, you did notice that Demir that there are several inscriptions on the walls. They seem to be a mix of lay and whatever this goblin language seems to be. There seems to be a lot of information here, like scattered throughout the walls and the artifacts. There seems to be a lot of information, but it's going to take you a long time to study all of this.
Yeah. So if I were to, is there any part? Because I think comprehend languages, the way it works is that I have to like touch it.
Yeah,
would
and
I
it
just
takes
be able to
1
like
minute to read a page worth of material.
Okay, gotcha.
So it takes a while.
I'll just make a note of it to everyone that, if possible, we would like to return. But basically, yeah, we should get out here for the time being.
Which is technically what you came for. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but we should indeed get to safer ground. But we're not done here.
Okay. As everyone is leaving, Callahan, because you have ungodly perception as per usual.
Yo, as you know, for usual.
As you're leaving, everyone goes through the passage, and you look around. One last look, and you see that one of the goblins in that room, amongst all of the other dead goblins, seems to be on the floor, just pretending to be dead. It's one of the archers. You clearly notice that he's pretending to be dead, and you remember this is the one you knocked out with your bat. during the fight. There was one that you knocked out, and he seems like he has his eyes closed too hard, and he's trying to control his breathing, trying to pretend to be alive, dead. Uh, you're the only one that seems to notice this.
I gotta go back.
Okay. Do you walk over towards him?
Yeah, I'm walking over towards him, and I have my fists balled.
Yeah, he's just laying there pretending to be dead. Like,
Can I leave? Can I leave kind of like silently from the group though?
yeah,
I'd like to either, if anyone does notice me, I'd like to make like just like a simple excuse, be like, oh, actually, sorry, I think I just saw someone there. Bear with me for 2 seconds, or I'm just gonna run back,
roll a stealth.
or I'm just gonna like link back. You know, kind of like grave domain style. You know, like ooh, I'm a specter. Bro.
Roll stealth. Okay.
Nice.
You-
Still
Does,
below the double digits.
Does Callahan have disadvantage with his armor?
No, his armor does not have disadvantage.
Okay.
The magic armor gives me it just gives me normal health rolls. There we are.
Yeah. So you do slip away. Nobody seems to have noticed you if you're quick enough.
Oh. I'm trying to think of like something cool to say, but does the goblin notice me coming up towards it? Like, do I see this guy moving?
Okay, you do notice that he flinches ever so slightly, but stays still, trying very hard to not move and pretend to be.
So we're just gonna ask a few shotgun questions there. So more or less like yes or no's. Does the goblin have anything in its hand?
No.
Is there anything close to it that I could kick away from it that I could use as a weapon?
He seems to have a knife on his belt, and the bow is like 2 or 3 feet away from him.
I kick the bow away, I grab the knife, and I just fuck it across the room.
Okay.
And then is the goblin on its front or its back?
He is facing upward.
Can I... This is a weird one to grab. Do you remember from that episode of My Hero Academia where it's fucking Bakugo, but he's doing that thing on top of Deku, and it's like stopping him from getting up? Season 2 or season 3? Raining knows what I'm talking about. I'm gonna do that.
I don't. It's just the way you're trying to describe it.
Alright, that's no bother. That's no bother. I'm like, can I like kneel on him in a way that stops him from like getting from his chest? Yeah. Pin him down.
I want to point out this is a one of the small ones. The archers were all smaller ones, so yeah, you can easily just pin him down. He looked very hurt.
That's okay. Deku was a small Japanese kid. We got this. Like, we're fine. Fuck, I don't speak. So the goblins have never shown any semblance of being able to understand common, right?
At least that you've noticed.
Can I cast light within like the palm of my hand and then close my fist, and then like rear back and like fake out a punch right towards the guy's face with like the light ebbing through the cracks of my fingers?
Okay.
Or of my like gauntlets.
Okay. That's interesting. When you do that, he immediately flinches, opens his eyes, and begins to tremble.
Trying to just like leave the fist like inches away from my man's face, and then point towards the other goblins, like the dead ones. Ideally, the ones that like Demir demolished.
Okay.
And then point at him. Like, just kind of like that understanding of like, this is what's going to happen to you if you say anything.
While he does not speak common, he understands the universal language of pointing at his dead kinsman and then at himself, and he clearly seems to be nodding.
Can I then try and non-lethally knock him out, like just like a jaw punch or something like that?
He's at 1 HP. You can easily just boom, punch him and he's out.
Yeah, just like to knock him out. I think this, with Terry's death, Callan's death, like in Callan's mind, he's got like a lot of thoughts. Like Terry's, like because Callan didn't see Terry dying. Like Callan notices everything one way or another, but Terry was outside of his purview, and seeing a guy who he'd met for such a short period of time, who became such a close friend, just dead outside of his field of vision in a space that he thought he could have been able to help him, and then watching his body turn to mulch, like that's flashing in his head. But at the same time, he keeps on thinking of like all the dead from Feywave, from Westreach, the Court of Maul, who he was like questioning his own like faith in terms of because of how not how rigid they were, but just how kind of like generally awful they were, and how against his own beliefs and philosophy of his god they were of the same. So he wants to knock him out, but it's kind of that teetering of like, if you do step out of this, I won't hesitate, and that's a kind of like feeling he's trying to like convey before knocking this guy out, so that when the goblin does come to, he knows to be like, okay, I'm just going to stay dead until someone finds me.
Roll me, just for the sake of argument, roll me an intimidation with advantage.
Oh, advantage! You're so kind.
Because that was a good moment and a good way of intimidating him. 22.
Here we are, double digits, baby. Let's go.
There might have been a little tinkle coming out of him before you knocked him out. That was plenty scary.
And then afterwards, I just I'll hurry back. Ideally, I'd like to keep the same stealth as I'm running back.
Yeah, you're at the end of the end of the line basically. So nobody seems to have noticed. Like you just slowed down a little bit from as far as they can tell. You're fine. So you all make your way outside. As you reach the outside of the small passage, you actually find that the goblins that were there guarding that area that you slipped past, they don't seem to be there anymore. You do see tracks leading outside, but nothing else. And as you get outside, the elves lead you for about 45 minutes towards a clearing.
We're gonna pick up the kid first, right?
Sure. Yeah, you can pick up the kid. Immediately, they hug the child. One of the women, apparently, the child's mother, as she thanks you in a language you don't understand. This is past comprehend languages. But she thanks.
Oh wait, what do you mean it's past comprehend languages?
It's how long does comprehend languages last?
Lasts for an hour.
Oh yeah, no, she's thanking you profusely for saving her daughter and for saving her. But the child is just crying in her mother's arms. It's good. It's all good. And as you reach that clearing, the elves to tell you that they sometimes use this place when traveling between tribes to rest. It's generally safe, and you all look around, and you do see several of the flowers that are used. The elves used to burn to keep away the butterflies and plenty of other animals seem to be growing in this area. So seems to be what's keeping this area safe from dangerous animals. So you can stay here and rest for a little bit.
Since we picked up the child,
And the dog.
And the dog.
Is the dog following us?
Here it is. Oh, sorry, my notebook. Sorry, give me
I
just.
guess it's probably following Abe.
Yeah, Abe takes hold of the dog. The dog seems to know Abe very well, so he's basically just following Abe.
Is Orlo Malia still there?
Oh yeah, the dog was sitting on top of him.
Can Callum just like grab him and just probably like the way he's tied, his hands are behind his back, just kind of like just keep him in place and just keep his ever watchful eye on him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We're talking the full passive perception is no longer passive. It is active. We're activating the perception.
Yes, yes.
Activated element.
You keep a close eye on Arlo, and he follows you. Very surprised that you guys came back.
What the fuck, Orlo? Watch the stream. You should know we always come back.
All right. So, Demir, I assume you're casting Identify on the stuff?
Yeah.
All right.
And then I'm going to also, as per usual, enlist Callahan to try and help see if he's able to see if anything is cursed.
Callahan does not have the ability to see cursed items.
I thought you told me that he was able to also like.
Oh no! If he has the spell,
way back at session 1.
I think.
Oh yes, you. Okay.
I think he needs the spell. I know there is a cleric spell.
I have remove curse and I have bestow curse.
I just remember back before even like session 1, I was just like asking you about stuff, and you were like, oh, and or maybe it was after session 1. You were like, oh, and since you guys have a cleric, you will also be able to figure out like whether things are cursed too.
I'm trying to see. Detect good, evil, and good is the spell that is needed by a cleric to detect if something is cursed.
Does it do curses? I thought it was just to know if something was like an aberration, fey, fiend.
I let it do curses.
Oh, cool! I know. I normally have detect magic, but I decided to swap it out for Shield of Faith and Water Walk recently.
Mm-hmm.
If someone does have a curse, I can remove it anyway. If you give me a long rest.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like if you right now if you have the capabilities of also detecting curse with that spell, or if you're spent, or
I don't know
completely
spent. I have no spell slots, like 0 and everything.
You do have someone in the group that can do it.
It's not prepared. I don't have detective ability.
It's not the spell. It's your ability, you dumb.
I thought that only worked with creatures. Okay, you're doing it the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've done this for years. The paladins can detect curses.
So Demir, by the way, is just like speaking to Callahan, like, no, Callahan, I'm sure you can detect if there's curses. Like, certainly there's a way for you to do this. Like, just out loud.
Callahan's like wishing he could do his like summon Spamaham on top of Demir. He is radiating. You know that kind of like that pissed off energy that you see some dudes having. It's just emanating from his body.
Yep.
And then like the remains of Terry inside the goblin Tupperware right next to him. Like it's just
Demir is
present.
spending the time casting Identify on these things, by the way.
Okay.
Demir, was it?
Yes, Edward, or was it Jacob? I can't remember.
Oh, fuck off.
It's actually Julius, but Edward is fine.
Oh.
I can detect curses if your friend here is a bit spent.
Oh, yeah, quite. That would be fantastic. Thank you.
Easy. I'll do it if you give me food. I am starving.
Oh, absolutely. Demir will gladly take out some rations and give them to him and say, I know these aren't exactly much, but after rest, my friend here can conjure up a whole bunch of food.
Oh, wonderful. He starts eating, but he activates Divine Sense.
Yeah, Divine Sense does not detect any of the items to be cursed.
Okay. They're all good to go, Demir.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So, You start casting Divine Sense. So, what do you wish to know first?
So A wanted to know like about the sword, right? Or he just wanted to know in general.
He just wants to know in general what everything does, so everything can be divided equally.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, then I will start with the sword.
Okay, the sword. The sword is named the Celestial Slayer Short Sword. Oh,
That is ominous for a goblin to be having. Who did we kill?
okay. Celestial Slayer Short Sword. It is a +1 short sword, and it deals plus 3d6 damage against any celestial it hits.
Alrighty.
Is it attunement?
So it's a celestial slayer,
Yeah.
and not like it's celestial and it slays.
No, it's
Right.
it's for slaying celestials.
Yeah, I was imagining it as like, oh, this kind of, brilliant kind of paladin sword, but it's actually the opposite. It's like a demon sword or something.
Kinda.
Is it attunement required?
Let me just check. I don't think it is.
Does it look devilish, or is it more
Nope.
like does it give away any like what kind of celestial it slays? I know that's a weird question, but is it meant to be like it's an angel slaying sword, or is it more of a it kills things that are like celestials in the far realm kind of thing?
the hilt does seem to be a pair of angelic wings clipped.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, no, I do remember you saying that earlier. Oof,
It's not
this is
attunement.
this
Okay.
is it's not. Oh,
Armor is next.
Okay, armor. Keeping it in the same vein as the Celestial Slayer, this is a full plate armor of radiant energy resistance. It is a full plate armor. Now that you have a good look at it, it has iconography on the pauldrons of what appears to be an angel being pierced by a spear. And it also contains the Roman numeral for 3 over an M. This full plate armor provides the wearer resistance to radiant damage. So holy damage in general.
And attunement or no?
God damn it! I forgot to check it.
I'm gonna ask for all the questions. So
It does require attunement, yes.
all right, bracers next.
Bracers. Okay, these seem to be bracers of archery. They provide the wearer a +2 damage to the +2 bonus to damage rolls made with ranged attack weapons. It is also attunement.
I would probably be interested in those.
Yeah, and then finally the ring. Right, those are the 4 that we detected.
Yes.
That are magical. Besides this public, obviously. But
Yes. The ring is called a ring of mind shielding. While wearing this ring, it is attunement. While wearing this ring, you are immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you are lying, know your alignment, or know your creature type. Creatures can communicate. Basically, nobody can read your thoughts. Determine whether you are lying or actually, why don't I just do this? It's much easier. There you go.
Okay.
Does all of that shit. And as you look at it, it appears to be containing a soul.
Oh,
By the way, the full plate armor is not +1. It's just a normal,
Oh, sorry, my bad.
normal resistance to radiant damage. Yeah, it is attunement. Everything is attunement except for the sword.
So I assume this has all been kind of said out loud.
Yeah. Well, Demir is basically going to like say them all, and then he's basically going to tell everyone what they are. So we'll all be on the same page, including Abe.
Well, I suppose whatever was wearing that ring must have died, so that would be why there's a soul in the ring.
Either that, or there was already a soul in it to begin with. But yes, it is highly likely that it is the soul of the spellcaster.
Does anyone wish to volunteer to communicate with it?
Not really.
Emrys will pick up the ring and put it on.
Okay. You all look as Emrys puts on the ring. Suddenly, Emrys dies. No. Instant death. Do you attempt to communicate, and how do you do it?
Well, whatever's in the ring is what communicates with me, right?
Yeah, you can
It's not the other way
communicate with
around.
it as well.
Okay. I mean, if it doesn't say anything after Emrys puts on, Emrys will just kind of speak first in common, just hello.
Who is my new, let's call it wielder? Name yourself.
Emrys.
Emrys.
And you are?
No weird name. I've never met another goblin by that name.
Well, I may not be a goblin.
You're not going to tell me that a fucking angel has me on his ring, on his finger? Oh,
No,
sour my
no.
mood.
An angel? No.
What are you then?
I am human mostly. Human.
What in blazes is a human?
Well, it's difficult to describe. Where to start? These green-skinned creatures, I assume are goblins,
Indeed.
came to our world through a strange portal, and we destroyed the portal, and
You destroyed the portal! Oh, dear me,
yes.
that is quite troubling.
Yes, well, the goblins were killing many of the people in our world, so
Well, sure. Listen, it's not that I personally mind. I am dead. It's not like I'm going to benefit from the goblins, whatever it was that they were trying to do. But I swear, such a wonderful plan ruined by whatever these humans are. Are there a lot of you? Is there an infestation of some sort now?
yes, there's quite a few of us, I believe.
Oh, blazes.
technically, the infestation was of the goblins over here, not the other way around.
Shush, you're not
regardless,
hearing.
I know.
What,
I'm not gonna make quips.
what was this plan? What should I call you?
Well, my name is Fabius Domi. Pleasure to meet you, woman.
Emrys.
Whatever.
How do you spell his name? Sorry.
Fabius Domi.
Right. Fabis. This plan. What? Perhaps you could enlighten me. I was not particularly aware of it.
Well, I could tell you, but why should I?
Well, as you say, it has gone to waste. Wouldn't it be a waste to at least not spread what good a plan it was before it unfortunately went awry?
Well, what do I gain from it?
Well, I'm not sure what you can gain from anything. You're a soul in the ring.
Ah, well. I'm sure we can think of a few things. If you want information, I can provide a lot. Let's just say I was someone of importance in the Goblin Empire. And, well, this reduced state that I am in is somewhat embarrassing, I do agree. But perhaps we can work on something to possibly fix this issue. What do you say?
Perhaps. I'm sure something mutually beneficial could be arranged.
So, let's see. The last time I was in a goblin's finger, it was that wrathful little novice of a spellcaster. He was in Site Omega. Site Omega does contain. Indeed, there must be another facility around the place where the portal was. If you take me there and you follow my instructions, help me out. I will actually help you with whatever you need and provide you with whatever information you might require. But I do require that little bit of aid, if you will. How does that sound? Emerus the human.
I will see what I can do, Fabis the Goblin.
Ah, please. Fabus the Hobgoblin.
Ah. Fabis the Hobgoblin.
Indeed.
Emra's just the communications only that was telepathic, right? So that was
Yeah.
all just in Emra's head.
As per usual.
Yeah. So Emra's just kind of stood there with their eyes closed for a while, and then just like opens their eyes. It's gonna leave the ring on, because, like, I mean, assuming since the communication's only telepathic, it's not like the goblin's can hear everything I say. It's only
Yeah,
things I say
no,
that
it's
be
only
direct
it's
to
only
them.
when you transmit information to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, so Emrys just opens their eyes. Well, I have information about this item and the soul inside. It contains the soul of a so-called hobgoblin, which I assume to be some kind of... I do not know, but I assume it is some degree more important than a normal goblin. But yes, this individual named Fabis Domi stressed that they were important. So yes, they spoke of a plan, though would not elaborate on that plan. Something related to the portal, and the portal being destroyed foiled that plan. And they also spoke of another facility, which quite possibly would be one of the other ruins in this area, I suspect, though I'm not
Might be
entirely
another
sure.
inactive portal around here.
Potentially, yes, which is why I believe it would be worth investigating. Pardon me.
You do remember that Jack, when he showed you the map of the area that he drew?
Yeah, there were 4.
There were 4 ruins.
Yeah. Yes, I believe it may be one of the other ruin entrances, or if not, at the very least, wherever it is, it's worth looking into. However, this hobgoblin does not wish to simply provide information for free, and would like us to do some favors in return. I'm not entirely sure what those favors will result in. He seemed to suggest that he might wish to regain a proper body, though I'm not sure how that may be done. But in any case, there is a lot we might be able to learn from him, but we should be very careful. The most beneficial, of course, is that whoever wears this ring can communicate with him, unlike simply Demir is, of course, able to understand them, but until now we were not able to properly communicate with them. So it will be a valuable asset, I'm sure.
I believe that continuing to let you have ownership of it sounds adequate to me. Although, certainly, if anyone else wants to speak, Hobgoblin, pass the ring around, I guess.
Yes.
But as we determined there are other abilities attached to the ring, I feel like it would help give us extra protection against the people who might be searching for you.
Yes, that is well thought out. Demir, did you wish to speak with this hobgoblin?
I'd be fine. If anything, I think it might even benefit us if one person is in contact. I don't know, but I'll let you know if I change my mind. But for the time being, I'm fine with you engaging in conversation with it.
Then
Not that I would know if you were be able to figure out if you were up to something, given the ring's powers.
Well, I shall hold on to the ring. I will relay anything that this Fabis tells me to you.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful, Emrys. Don't forget where we found it.
Yes, I'm quite aware, but as of now, we detected no curses of any kind, and so we can be relatively sure that it is simply a mind within this ring. So,
with all of the
Dusk, you cut off.
oh, I'm so sorry. The ring. So who did we find the ring off of? Was it off the Golden Goblin again?
No, it was on the spellcaster.
And
Oh,
Emrys dictated us that it was not the spellcaster who was within the ring, but it was, as Demir suspected, a soul that was already there.
does the ring have any kind of like celestial or angelic iconography to it?
Does not appear so. Seems to be a black metal ring, no actual markings, with a golden stone.
In that case, I'm out of ideas. I like had this whole like thing to go off of in case it was angelic, but Callum's probably just like eyeballing it and then eyeballing. Like, does Emrys look normal after having communicated to the ring?
As normal as Emrys can be.
So not very.
So Gyoho expressed interest in obviously the bracers. Demir's also going to ask Abe what he thinks of basically the loot.
Look, let's make it easier like this. I don't fuck around with magical items. I'll take all the gold coins, and the platinum coins. Can keep the silver. I don't give a fuck. And yeah, you can keep the rest. How does that sound?
Sounds like you gave me. Sorry. Sounds like you gave me a lot of hassle for the magic items.
I wanted to know if any of these magical items would benefit in me in any way. I don't need a fucking sword. I don't need a fucking armor. I don't need the fucking dingy ring. And I certainly don't use bows. So I would just be selling the items, and that's a pain. So let me just take the gold. I'll just take the coins. Aye?
I mean,
Demir's actually fine with that.
Yeah.
Demir.
Is everyone feeling calm by that?
I'm fine with it.
That is a lot
We have
of.
all that stuff to
I'll be
sell.
honest. Cal's probably going to be visibly disgruntled on account of the fact that gold go towards another diamond.
Oh, wait, well, we get the like gold bracelet, bronze circlet, tapestry, box of turquoise figurines, and the brass mug, right?
Yeah, he just wants the coins.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. We're
Just
fine with
wants
that.
the silver coin.
Good point.
I'll put it like this: coins are heavy in large amounts. If the barbarian wants to take the heavy coins and leave us the stuff,
If he wants to take 2,600 coins, damn, that's like a whole sack of coins.
Have you seen what he's capable of doing? He's perfectly capable of carrying that.
So, just a question: how many? Because I know you said 8,000 silver. How much of the gold and platinum did you say again?
So
12 platinum. 20, okay.
So it's 12 platinum, 2,720 gold, and you get to keep the 8,000 silver.
Yeah, that's like 52 pounds of gold alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
He's got 19 strength. He's fine.
Yeah, they not only is it heavy, but also the Pathfinders, like we would have all been. They tore through that entire like side and even some reinforcements, and even at the very end, without A basically coming in and surviving, we would have probably still died regardless. So Mir's fine with that.
All right then, everyone's in agreement. That's a great business. I like you lots. I really do. Now, there's another matter that we should discuss. You came here looking for the ruins, right? To study them.
Yes.
Right. So did we. So here's the simple thing. There's 4 locations. Let's divide it. You stake claim to 2 locations. Pathfinders stake claim to 2 other locations. Sounds fair, right?
I mean, does it? Like, we all cleared out one of the locations.
Alright.
And the Pathfinders did endanger a whole single one of the 4. Already, it kind of seems like you guys have messed up a lot of this.
Is that really
Just
important?
Bert, what color is Abe's belt?
He is a green belt.
Okay,
No, actually, no, he's a blue belt.
he's a blue belt. Okay.
Is that good?
It's better than green.
Nice. Thanks. Good.
Blue belt is the basically third highest belt. Yeah, third highest belt color.
At this point, Edward, understanding that Abe is a Pathfinder, will remove his belt from the sheath of the sword. He will walk up to Abe. Will you do me a favor, Abe? When you get back to whatever branch you're in?
Oh, wait. You're a whitey, aren't you?
Not anymore. Tell them I'm dead.
What?
You didn't come for me. I don't want any more businesses with you.
I don't fucking know you, lad. And he just takes the belt, just looks at it. Fine.
Right, so in regards to these ruin locations, I think it is fair to split them evenly, 2
Aye.
for 2. However, if we will investigate what we can as well. If there is a lack of manpower for the Pathfinders to investigate 2 ruins, as while tragic, you are alone at the moment.
Oh, don't worry about that, lad. I have ways of contacting the guild, getting some people to come here. I'll just need to stick around and secure the place until they're here. Might take a few weeks, possibly. But until then, you can keep to your 2 locations, study your 2 locations. Yeah, study your 2 locations, and I'll just stick to our 2 locations. As long as we don't, interfere with each other. Look, I like you lots. I really do like you lots. But this is business. Aye?
Indeed.
Aye. You understand? You have a friend in me, believe me. I like you. But I have a reputation to uphold, and
It was by both of our powers that we managed to overcome the infestation in that ruin.
aye.
So it is
I
fair
think
that we split the rewards.
yes. How will we decide which ruins go to whom, though?
How about and he takes out Jack's map. Let's see. I'm gonna put it area sketch. There we go. Alright, so side 1 is where we were. Side 3 has a wee bit of a dangerous problem. Side 4 has been flooded, but we can possibly work with it. I'll throw you a bone. Pathfinders will take side 4 and side 1.
If I could interject, I would like to have our party claim site 1 respectfully.
You want
I would say
1 and 4?
1 is the one that we just went, right?
Yeah.
If that's how we're going to, sorry, I'm not wanting to do the voice now. If we're saying we're going to split them 1 and 4 and 2 and 3, Demir would vote for 1 and 4.
We don't have to split them 1 and 4, 2 and 3.
I'm saying if that's how we were going to split them, I think I would probably say go for Demir for sure wants 1, the one we already kind of like.
Yeah, 1's the one that Callan definitely wants to claim. Partially because, R.I.P. Terry. And also partially because there is a lot of dead goblins here, which means, 1, it'll be easier to investigate, and 2, we can do a lot more research, and we can offer a lot more research in terms of goblins by exploring through Site 1. I like going through the dead goblins.
Demir also knows that there's all that scripture there that he can start reading up of and maybe figure out what the previous wizard maybe discovered, and he has no idea what's in the other areas, so he for sure wants Site 1.
Perhaps we could suggest this. Then. We will claim Site 1. You have already stated your interest in Site 4, and since we are desiring to overrule your claim on Site 1, you will then get to claim either Site 2 or 3, and we will take the last one, whichever it is.
You see him cross his arms and look. Alright. I honestly don't want to handle a big fucker inside Ray, personally. So I'll take Site 2.
Maybe not personally, but okay then.
Alright, we'll take Site 2 and 4. You'll take Site 1 and 3.
So they'll basically, is it, okay, so question, is this basically like looking at the map like northeast, west, south? Or is
We
it
have
just
the 2 on the top, we have the 2 on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's okay, yeah. So basically they get the top, we get the bottom. Alright, yeah, that works.
And he
The bear
presents his
actually was
hand.
going to suggest taking the more dangerous site in return for making sure we got Site 1.
Yeah, Emrys will shake.
But I liked Emerson's idea of letting the Pathfinder make that choice in case he wanted to.
Alright, and he shakes Emerus's hand, practically crushing your hand, Emerus.
Emrys forces a smile, but is obviously very uncomfortable.
Aye, good lad. Alright, so what are we doing next?
Well,
Well, what are you all
We should
doing
dress
next? I am going to be contacting the guild.
we will.
We should
Yes.
have reinforcements coming in now. If our elven friend back in, the fort? What was the fort called?
Well, we weren't
Faithful?
necessarily calling for reinforcements. We were just informing them of the danger. So
Yeah.
what we'd like to do is rest up, basically reach back out to them with an update, especially Natasha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
out of character talking about Natasha because she asked us to keep who was employing a secret. So don't mention her name in front of Abe. But yeah, let her know we dealt with that problem we told her about, and also that more problems happened. But we dealt with it. We handled it.
Okay, you can
Yeah.
you can say you've been talking in whispers while Abe is distracted with the elf or taunting Orlo.
And by the way, I added the bracers to my sheet.
Okay. Who's taking?
Listen, everyone.
Okay.
I really need to go to Silrook. But if you need help here, would you then help me get back? I have no idea where we are, just in the middle of the woods.
Where's Silrook? Does Emrys know?
Silrook is the capital of Winbar. Is basically the
right.
furthest east location in the kingdom.
I'll tell
There's
you
someone
what.
there that I need to
So
talk to.
the other side of the continent,
Yep.
because we're west of Westreach.
Yep.
So we'll tell him that we're west of Westreach.
Yes, we
I
are
told him
quite
that
far
already.
away.
Yeah.
I told him when they first asked where we were that we were west of Westreach.
Yeah. But
Here, Edward. It's these wilds. They're extremely dangerous to travel.
Yes.
We lost a party member even on our way here, and
Yeah, I died
She
once.
got better.
well.
Yeah, that
my
once.
My point being is that if you would be willing to help us out here, can you help us here with our business? Then we can all leave together, and in that way, you will have
It
our
would be
guided
mutually
assistance.
beneficial
And
to travel in a group.
yes, my companion here is much better at the speaking of the words than I am.
Much more eloquent, yes, indeed. It's almost like Emrys has a higher charisma score.
yes, that's what I was suggesting. I'll gladly help you if you
Quite so.
lead me the way.
Great. Pleasure to have your assistance. And Demir awkwardly holds his hand out for a
Edward
handshake.
confidently shakes his hand.
So why did you decide to quit the Pathfinders like that?
Edward stares for like 3 seconds at Kivo's face. Then, me and my friend, we were on an unofficial mission, if you can call it. But we informed the Pathfinders of where we would be. I just thought they would, come looking for me. I don't know how long it has been. My friend's dead, and I wander the void. So if they don't care enough about their own, where would I stay, right?
Good answer.
Also, have we met?
I do not think I have met you.
Your face is very familiar.
By the way, never mind. Actually, were we wanting to start our long rest, or would we?
It's still like 1 in the afternoon, so
Oh yeah, but also
unless you just
Also,
want to
you-
stay in camp and spend the rest of the day there, that's fine too. It's up to you.
that's what I was kind of implying. Of just like if that's what we were.
That's totally fine if that's what you guys want to do.
I'm okay with
Okay.
that.
All right. Okay. We can go on. Sorry, I just wanted to make it out of the way. What time period? What year is it? Do you think, Edward?
Massive. What was the year? Because we've never done that.
Yeah, no, it's the currently as per
no, the one.
Okay, no, okay. The one, it's not currently, yes. The one from when before you enter the portal, yeah? You do follow the calendar of Windborn, which is the calendar of Kalios. So it is currently the year 1005. It is currently... Well, no. It was the year 1005 before you went to the portal. Fucking hell, this is confusing.
Yeah.
Okay, so the year 1005 before you went to the portal, and it was the late spring, the start of summer. Now, Demir, it's currently the year 1005, late spring, the start of summer.
Okay. It's nothing exchanged. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Or has it?
at least, well, at the very least, it's the same time period. You weren't in limbo for a decade or so. It's no time travel shenanigans or something. Not that such a thing would even be possible, but magic.
I don't know. I was in a void for what felt like eons, and now you're telling me no time has passed.
But perhaps it. I don't know. I mean, magic is whack, as people say.
Demir,
Yes,
Demir,
I would call it.
roll me an Arcana. 17. The void. The only thing that comes to mind when you hear that term might be the theoretical space between the branches of the tree, where nothing exists. But that's just theory, and there's a lot of speculation of what it might be, but nobody actually knows. This comes from your teacher. She wrote a lot about the void, about what she called the space between.
And that actually brings me to my next question. And I sorry, I can't remember. I think I might have already asked you this, but where was this portal you entered? You said it was in Wolfgate, but
Wallgate,
Wolfgate. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
next to Onigashima.
Yes, but was it any location in particular? For instance, I don't know, an abandoned wizard's
Oh.
tower, or
It was an abandoned house. Me and Brom, we had to channel some magic to get inside. We needed to fuel the portal, and then we fought. We fought him, and he threw me into the
Who?
void.
you fought your friend?
Edward stares at the random place. Huh?
Demir looks and stares in the same direction.
He's staring at nothing.
So, what are you doing here? Why did you come here, all of you?
Well, as you probably saw, we well, short term, we came to destroy that portal and stop those green-skinned goblins from laying waste to many elven villages in the area. Long term, we are here to investigate the ruins in which that portal was located, which is why we had to clear it of.
Well, you did
These,
quite a feat.
Yes, though not without its cost. Emma
I
just
know.
kind of looks down. Well,
You can count on me to clear the rest of the ruins.
glad to have your support.
And I yours.
All right.
Oh, just going to ask this out of character. So these items, so I've got. I'll need to add the. Hang on. What happened to that?
What do you mean? You're talking about the bracelet, the circlet.
What's the ring called?
The ring is called the Ring of Mind Shielding.
Posted everything also in the
Yeah.
Discord. And then Kyoho is going to take the bracers of archery.
They're already on my sheet.
Of course.
I assume because, well, I guess we can figure out one of Edward or Callahan should take the full plate armor because they can wear it.
I can't. Full plate. That's heavy armor now.
Yeah, you can use
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm. I think you can.
I can't wear heavy armor.
You can't?
I think grave clerics can. right?
Let me
I know.
confer with
I'm
the
90% sure now that I can't
mean,
break armor.
No, they
What
don't get it.
On Forge, no?
No, I think it's life clerics that get heavy armor proficiency.
Yeah, they don't. So it's only
Life
Edward who can wear it.
Warm.
Yep, they do. They
I-
do not gain access to heavy armor. Yeah, only
Because let's
medium
not
armor.
kid ourselves. I would have definitely put up a fucking fight with Abe if I could have. But now, yeah, it's just light and medium. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Well, I'd
Unfortunately.
say we should hold on to it. Probably actually going to want to bring the various goblin things that we've gotten, like the weapons and armor that we're not going to use and such.
I was thinking.
Show them to Natasha.
Yeah.
I figured we'd be like technically showing everything to Natasha, but like obviously in the meanwhile, if someone was wanting to use this item, then it makes sense to use it instead of just like I'll worry about it later.
She did say that you will bring everything to her and she will pick what she wants to keep. Until then,
Yes,
Yeah,
but that was
was
stuff that was
perfect.
in the ruins. This was brought into the ruins by outsiders recently and is therefore not something we found on the expedition.
that is a fair argument you can make, yes.
Well,
Speaking of
if you
things-
don't mind, my armor is a bit damaged, and if I can borrow it until we meet this Natasha, was it? I'll gladly
You
wear
gotta
it.
make sure it works. Like it's only right that you wear it.
That only what? Sorry?
It only makes sense. Like we gotta make sure like the armor works. I mean,
We gotta
Yeah.
give it a test drive
a
first.
test drive.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just it's a work in progress. We gotta make sure that it's like a-okay before we present to the boss. You know?
Boom, boom, yes.
So Weather puts it on
Okay.
after removing his own armor, of course.
Okay. So you put on the golden armor of the goblin that has several iconography of slaughtering angels. You do have to attune
Feels
to
bad.
it. You do have to attune to it, but once you attune to it, you have resistance to your own smite. That's nice.
Yeah.
Still probably don't want to smite yourself.
No, it's not on my agenda.
Demir is going to start using his time to maybe cast a little comprehend languages and read through the spell book.
All right, I'll actually give you the spell list.
Yeah, you can
Actually,
yeah.
speaking of which,
Counter spell, dispel.
It's all spells I already have. It's
I will say this: as you're reading it, Demir, there's a few spells you recognize, but then there's a few spells, several of them actually, that you don't recognize, and you don't even recognize the school that they come from. They don't seem to come from any of the spell schools that that are known, any of the 7 spell schools. It's very, very odd. Here is the spell list.
Gift of
a lot of
Ooh.
spells. Woo.
There's a pretty
Wrist
fun-looking
pocket.
one right at the end there.
Ooh.
Rapid thankful.
I'm so glad I get to finally be a wizard.
Bestow cursed.
It only took
Magnify gravity.
31 episodes, but I'm finally getting a chance to copy some spells, and I'm also broke because
Hey.
we resurrected
Hey.
you.
Hey,
It's alright, we got loads of stuff to settle.
you've been doing some ritual casting throughout the game, and that's some good wizard stuff there.
It is indeed. Also, you completely shut down the goblin spellcaster.
That's spellcasting stuff, though. Like getting to learn new spells by just writing them down. That's wizard shit
At
right
least you
there.
can learn new spells. You're about to learn probably more spells than I know at the moment.
It takes it
Hashtag
will take a
source for
pretty
problems.
penny to actually learn some of these, but
50 gold
I'm
per spell
excited.
level.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have some. You do recognize some spells like Burning Hands, Charm Person. Like these are recognized general spells. But then there's spells like Gift of Alacrity and Wrist Pocket and Pulse Wave and Gravity Sinkhole and
Pulse Wave is so good.
shut up.
Remember Pulse Wave,
Shut up.
massive. Remember.
Shut up.
Pulse Wave can kill goblins so well.
Pulse.
I don't know what it is, but I have a strong inkling that I should learn Pulse Wave first.
Okay,
Come
RB,
on,
RB. Have you ever do you know Naruto? The show.
Yeah, of
I
course.
sadly do not.
No. Okay. Oh, even better. Star
You
Wars.
see Naruto.
Okay, I do know Star Wars.
Okay.
Fuck?
Pulse Wave is basically a big ass force push.
And I just need to stop everything right here. Blades, you're on a One Piece RP site and you haven't seen Naruto.
I think I've look out of the big three or whatnot. I have not read or seen Naruto or Bleach.
Oh
That's
my
okay.
god.
The big three isn't real.
Veggie
It's
will
real.
have words
It's
with you.
forever. Oh, no.
It's One Piece and then everything else at Shonen Jump. The big three is a false American invention based off of the fact that the anime for the three of them came to America around the same time. It's never been actually real where it counts in Japan.
Nerd.
You say as somebody
Anyway,
while playing D&D with them.
anyway, ladies,
I
please
need to know
focus.
this Japanese weeaboo anime
Oh, you
stuff.
fucking weebs! Shut the fuck up. Let me talk.
Hey, you're the one that introduced Onis as a custom race.
I never said I'm not a weeb. I just said fucking weaves. But yes, Demir, you recognize these spells as you're reading through them. Like the whole page that describes the spell and how to cast it and all that. These do not fit into any of the schools, like any of the schools.
Do I know what they? Sorry. So for the spell I don't recognize, I would have to actually learn them to know what they do. I'm presuming.
Okay, with comprehend languages, you would not be like just reading through quickly with comprehend languages. You would not be able to know what they do, but with proper studying, yes, you can.
Okay, well, because I'm just trying to figure out like between because there's also spells that I would recognize like Burning Hands or something like that, even if I don't know them. I'm just basically trying to figure out like because obviously I got to start learning somewhere,
Yeah.
so.
I
I didn't know if like any of the spells I would automatically like. For instance, I like add a character. I know like, hey, Arcane Lock is an abjuration spell. I would be able to get discount on learning that.
You'd instantly know Arcane Lock. Like you instantly know what it does because you've seen it being used, like, or at least examples of it. But roll me
Is
an
there like
Arcane.
a thematic through line for the spells that don't seem to be from any of the known spell schools? Like it's a whole new spell school in of itself.
Hold on a sec. I'm actually going to buy myself a hero point and roll that.
All right. I am curious to see what he rolls.
Slightly better.
Slightly better. Okay, you don't actually the highest, strongest spell. You read the Gravity Sinkhole, but it's way too advanced for you to wrap your tiny brain around it. But let's see.
For about 30 more minutes.
Wow. But for example, Counterspell and Dispel Magic, you automatically know these. Bestow Magic, you've read about this. You know that its ability to cast curses upon people, short-lived curses. You recognize that Pulse Wave you get the general idea that it might be able to push, like a strong push against enemies, several enemies. Get the idea that Wrist Pocket actually might be able to summon items, like unsummon and summon items. Fortune's Favor, you don't really know. Might be something that might alter uh, time in a small fraction of a way, but most of these spells actually seem to the ones you don't recognize seem to be the manipulation of space, like just manipulation of space and gravity. Must be they seem to be all linked with gravity in some form.
Okay.
All right. All right. This would take you several, like a large part of the show of the long rest is just you with comprehend languages, like 1 or 2 hours comprehend languages, just trying to get through all of these to
Oh,
see what
that's
you.
definitely what Demir will be doing
I I
for
know.
the rest of this.
I know. I know. All right. Um. So you guys have your long rest, and
At some point as well, Emrys will just like approach Demir while he's going through his books. Emrys just kind of holding the staff, and Emrys just kind of Demir.
Not looking up Demir is like, yes, what is it, Emrys?
Well, it we should make sure that that this goes to good use. I think that
Demir will look up towards Emrys and nod.
is
Hi.
is it something you would prefer to keep a hold of, or would you like me to?
I first gave it to Terry's because I felt he would be able to get good use out of it. It's I have my own staff and I have several other powers that basically, I guess, overlap with it. If you believe that you would be able to use it well, then I would feel much better about it being in your hands. Otherwise, I would be glad to take it back as well. But
Back then, while we were fighting the goblins, I felt a surge of psychic energy, and I don't know if it was because of this staff that lashes out in response to attacks, or if it was because of Terry himself, but well, I think that Terry can keep on protecting us with this staff. I will keep hold of it.
Demir nods and says, yes, I think that would do quite nicely. He'll go back to his reading.
All right. During the long rest, Emrys is going to attune to the staff
Okay.
and attune to the ring.
Okay. So you have 2 attunement slots. Full.
The
3.
I'm attuning to the bracers.
yeah, I was going to say, does my talisman require an attunement slot? I think it
Oh
does.
yeah,
Right?
it does.
Yeah, so that's all 3 then.
Yep. If I remember correctly,
Actually,
Did my-
one more thing. Actually, does the dagger of venom require an attunement slot? I don't think it does.
Dagger
does
of Venom does not require a attunement slot.
Right, just checking.
does my fancy sword do?
Your fancy sword do, yes.
So I'm at 2 of 3.
2 or 3. All right. I believe Callahan. What do you got, Callahan? Just the armor, right?
Well, Callan isn't wearing the armor, so
No, the old armor, the.
oh, sorry, you're
Just a
asking what I'm
+1
attuned
armor.
to. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I don't think you're attuned to anything.
The armor, I didn't note it as being attuned.
No. Your armor is not attunement. So I'm just checking all the attunements. Your armor is definitely not attunement.
Unless Mamoru Tenya's katana happened to be attunement, then no.
No, it is not. It is not attunement. It's a normal katana.
That's wild. I don't know why. I thought I was attuned to something. Yeah, crazy.
Who took that sword? Actually, the radiant one,
Uh,
the celestial.
I
Slayer
was
sword.
about to ask, who's taking the Celestial Slayer sword? The Angel Killer.
I think knowing what it is, Callahan would probably prefer someone else take it.
It's up to you guys.
if Callahan is not wanting to take it, then I'm probably. I mean, I guess Kyoho and Edward would be the only ones who can even.
Yeah,
Get
Callan
any
would have
use out of
offered
it.
the sword to Kyoho first before offering it to Edward. No offense, Ed. I don't know you. There we
No,
are.
Edward doesn't want it. I have a big sword. I don't do that tiny thing.
Yes, it's not my style.
Whoa. Would anyone like to take it? Demir, were you saying you were going to take it, or?
No, I mean, I could hold onto it if like no one wants it or would use it, and well, like we could just have someone hold on to it. But
I could hold on to it
I want you all to keep in mind something. It is still a +1 sword.
right, but I can't even use. I can't even use short
Yeah.
swords.
I already
I
have a
rolled for
+1
it,
sword
and
that counts as a Kinsei weapon. The short sword would not count as a Kinsei weapon for me, so it would be less effective in combat.
Sure.
Like in general, Callahan would probably get the best use out
Are
of
you
it.
sure you don't want to
But
use
Callahan, like if
I
Callahan
just
doesn't
get
want to hold
roll.
on to it,
Callahan feels like awkward knowing what it does. It's just kind of like, ooh.
which is fine. Which is why I'm saying
This-
Demir would be happy because like Demir has like twice carry capacity. If only like he'd be happy to just like hold on to it. He just wouldn't be able to use it. Like Callahan would probably be the only person who would possibly benefit from using it. So if he doesn't want it,
Is the short sword a simple weapon?
No.
No, it's a martial weapon.
Yeah, Callahan couldn't even wield this shit even if he tried to.
oh, you don't have proficiency with that?
Nope.
No,
It's a simple weapon.
clerics only have simple weapons, don't they? Yeah.
Clerics have like, I don't know,
Me
like
and Edward can
going
use
into it, I thought clerics were like the bomb, but when you really look at it, these guys are duds. We're talking, I can barely wield
Depends
a
on the
crowbar.
subclass.
Yeah.
Well, it's because you took a subclass that's primarily spellcasting based instead
Yeah,
of one that
exactly.
grants you extra proficiencies.
Yep.
That's on me.
I mean,
Speaking of
Yeah,
which,
you're doing a
hey,
good
we
job
now
of
have
it,
a
so I'm not
new
gonna complain.
melee fighter and another healer. Paladins, man, woo!
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess Demir will hold on to it because Edward has no interest. Kyoho already has Kyoho's sword, so
Yeah. And
You can
Callahan-
ward off divine magic with it anyway. Like, if Celestial comes near you, just go, ha! Get out.
And hey, just because you're not proficient with it, that means you just don't get your proficiency bonus to it.
Yep.
You could still
Yeah.
use it.
Exactly.
But you not roll with disadvantage if you're not proficient.
No. You just don't
No,
add
no.
your proficiency modifier. So if your strength is +2, and your proficiency modifier would be +3 at this level, you you would not add the +3. You just roll with a +2. So it's just harder to hit, but it's not impossible.
Right. I thought it was. I don't know how I got in my head. It was disadvantage.
You get disadvantage if you wield a weapon that is a size larger than you. So if you're, for example, you fight a giant creature and you pick up his like big long sword that is for a giant, you would roll with disadvantage.
Perfect. Thank you very much for clarifying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Demir, the sword looks great on you, buddy.
Yes, the angel
Worked
killing
really well
sword.
with your book and your staff.
I love that none of the aesthetic fits. Which
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's just fucking holding onto it. It's just like, all right, whatever.
All right, so you guys get yourself a long rest. I'm gonna say the elves keep watch. They need to rest a lot less than you guys. Even with the dome, you can put up the dome if you want for a certain number of you, but you do notice pretty early on that there is not a hint of any monsters in the area.
For posterity's sake, Callahan is probably going to keep an eye on Orlo for most of the night, so he doesn't want to give Orlo. Am I getting that Orlo? Fucking, why am I always getting his name wrong?
What?
I think it's
Orlo is his name. Orlo Malleus.
Orlo.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought that was the wrong name. That's on me. Sorry. So Callahan won't be in the dome tonight.
Okay.
He would have said that too. He would have explained himself to Demir and the guys, being like, "Look, this is why I'm standing out here. It's not because of anything. It's because I don't think Orlo deserves to be in the dome." So maybe like substitute him for like an extra elf for like the elf kid, the elf girl.
That's fine. The little elf girl and her mother can sleep inside. And but nothing seems to bother you. That's what I was trying to get. Orlo just glares at you before he passes out and goes to sleep. Does say a few things in Goblin, but you don't really understand Goblin, so. And yeah, morning comes. And Abe gets up. Alright, so I'm gonna get the Pathfinder some messages and then secure at least one of the sites for now. I hope all y'all have luck dealing with that monster. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
It's going to be easy.
Right. Anyway, good luck with that.
Good luck to you too.
If you need... He pauses for a moment. If you need anything, I'll be going to Site 2. If you need my help for anything, go on there and ask a friend for aid. I might do the same if I need it.
Absolutely. Same goes both ways.
Could Callahan try and mimic any like dwarven signs of respect that he might have learned from Terry?
Oh, definitely. You've been around Terry long enough that even though Terry sucked at being a dwarf...
Terry didn't speak Dwarvish. He barely spoke it.
Yeah, but you did see when Terry met the other dwarf back at the party, you did see that he...
He didn't talk to him. He didn't talk to him.
You did
Terry
greet
never
him.
used Dwarvish.
Okay.
You
did
yeah,
greet
you're
him.
right, you're right.
You did greet
I
him.
apologize. You're right.
Yeah. So you do remember more or less, and he's like, okay, Callahan, lad, may I give you a tip?
Well, Abe, I brought you back from the brink of death. There's nothing more than like to learn.
All right. it might be best when talking to a dwarf to not call their mother's horse.
What?
That's basically what you said. I understand what you're trying to say, what you're trying to tell me, but you did call my mother a whore. And he slaps you in the face.
No, I'm certain. I'm certain that's not what I said. Let me try again.
No, lad, I guarantee you don't want to do that.
No, you're sorry. It must be my accent. Hold on. Maybe if I turn up the husk.
Okay, now you called my father a whore. I don't know how that. Look, lad, you're a
I'll
good
take
lad.
the HP. Don't worry.
You're a good lad. I won't slap you again. He turns around and leaves. And yeah, so are you guys setting out to go to site 3 then?
Are we gonna finish clearing up site 1 first, or are we gonna go straight to site
I think
3?
I think we're gonna message some people, weren't we?
Oh, you're gonna
Yeah.
message Natasha, right?
Mm.
So, who's messaging Natasha, and what are you saying?
I guess
Remember,
Emrys
play by
can.
words.
I can as well. If I can have 3 castings of it.
Up to you guys. Who wants to send a message to Natasha?
Wait, can you message people you've never met,
Nope.
or only people that you've met? Okay,
Only people you've met.
okay.
Right. I will message Natasha.
Wait, can Demir message Natasha?
Demir does not know sending.
Never mind. In that case, it really doesn't matter which one of us do, because I was thinking Demir knows Halfling.
All right.
If you relay the words to me, I could repeat them in Halfling. But that sounds complicated. Right. What should we say? Natasha, this is Emrys. We
No.
cleared
God
the
damn. Look at chat.
yes. Thank you, Demir. Excellent
Well, you
suggestion.
said you wanted to.
Emrys was like thinking really hard about a message, and then Demir just like shoves this
repeat after
note
me.
at Emrys. Right. Emrys is a little bit like, oh, I couldn't get to make it myself.
What happens is Demir is like, while studying the new spell book, he like takes a brief second, scribbles on a different piece of paper like the message,
Without
and just
even
hands it
looking
to,
at it.
without even looking, hands it to Everest, and then just keeps reading.
Fucking nerds. All right. So, do you relay this message, or do you want to give it a shot, Emrys?
Emrys will relay Demir's message.
Okay. So, Terry dead, investigating 2 ruins, including gates. Pathfinders taking other 2. Replying 25 words of that. Okay. It takes a few moments, and then you go. I am saddened by Terry's death. He seemed nice. I hope it was painless. At least you managed to secure a site. Continue investigation. Be careful.
Emrys relays all of that to the group. Right. Were there any others we wish to message? Did we want to message that the elf that we also messaged to tell them that everything is all right now, or?
Guys?
Guys,
Might not be a bad idea.
Demir quickly writing another message.
Demir, thank you. Callahan, would you like to take this one?
Sorry, this one is for who's this one for? Ah, okay, perfect. Yeah, Callahan's gonna give Ugak a quick call. You know how it is. It's Callahan. Yeah, man, sad. Like, I appreciate it. We closed the gate. Problem solved. Rescued elvish prisoners. Can't communicate with them to learn what happened. Reply with 25 words or less.
I'm surprised that Callahan repeated it
Yeah,
exactly. To be
that he
honest.
stuck to the
I'm
script.
But the laughter with can't communicate with them was part of it. He's like, can't communicate with them.
It takes a moment, and he replies back. We tried to tell the fort. They did not listen. I will send one from my tribe to help communicate. He may take a few days.
I'm going to cast again. Let's free ball this time. Big shout out to ORB, of course.
Yeah, you got this one.
I imagine
know what
Demir's
Callahan's
started writing a message, but Callahan just starts the sending before he can finish.
Demir doesn't know that Callahan got a response. Basically, Callahan's just immediately shooting from the hip and
It's very Callahan.
He just puts a hand on Demir's back and he's like, this one's for me and Demir. Hey, Ugak. Nice to hear from you again. Shit one about no one listening to you. I would've. Demir says hi. We're gonna show up soon. Hope to eat some dope grub.
So
And that's 25 words.
basically, actually, that was 26. So hope to eat some dope.
Hope to eat some dope. You know how they say in Woolgate. Hope to eat some dope. It's a common phrase.
He replies with, I wish you safe travels. You are welcome here. That's it.
I give Demir the thumbs up and I walk away.
All right.
Just to proliferate that entire confusion.
Okay. Is that all the messages?
Is there anyone else that we only messaged the two beforehand, didn't we?
What two?
Natasha and Ugak beforehand, did we?
Yeah, you
Yeah, we
messaged
messaged before.
before the raid, yeah.
Is there anyone else? I have a whole sending left.
It's up to you.
Well, if you can send two people that you've never met,
I don't think there's anyone
I
else who
don't do
needs a
anything.
message.
Yeah, I think we should be fine. I'm thinking maybe would it be a good idea to send it to your man from Westreach, the guy that Callan was friends with?
I don't know who you're talking about.
You're talking about the one dude, like rich dude that he talked with at the party?
Yes, sorry, I'm actually going through my notes right now to get his name.
I mean, we never told him about the issue to begin with.
Yeah, you never messaged him.
And for all we know, he might be like, not necessarily in opposition, but like, Tasha might not necessarily wanting us to spill the beans to other major players in Westreach.
Oh, I
Yeah.
guess that's a good point. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we'll
I
go.
mean, the only reason we told someone besides Natasha is just because the elves
were
were
in danger.
closer and they were in danger, and it was like, hey, there's this army that here that maybe they could convince, even if it's probably unlikely. And then we're just following back because we want to let them know, hey, this is what the update is. But
No, that's
Natasha's the only person we really care about.
yeah, that's a brilliant point. Yeah, no worries. I'll save the third level spell slot for great food and water at the end of the day.
Okay. But
Now that we have gotten that taken care of, I don't know what the best way I would for sure like to start getting research done on the main ruin as soon as possible. It might even take me a bit of time, and if we are able to secure the area, then it is perhaps in our best interest that, I don't know, I could stay there and keep researching while the rest of you at least scout out or investigate the other ruin and the dangers that lie within, or make sure there's no goblin patrols about. But I for sure want to get to back to that ruin as soon as possible so I can study its nature and see if there's perhaps anything else that needs dealing with to prevent further infestation.
How far are the ruins from each other?
only about an hour or two. About an hour.
Okay. Still, I would suggest not to go alone, Namir.
Oh no,
I'm
none
not
of us are
necessarily-
traveling alone.
I'm not necessarily saying that. I'm saying even if it's we go to the ruins there, make sure it's secure.
Oh, okay.
At that point, I want to be able to look at the ruins, and during that time, if we know the area is safe and others want to go out and foray or look at the other places, I mean, I think that would be a wise course of action. I definitely have a lot on my plate, and even if we were to run into trouble elsewhere, I'm not exactly the best fittest combat, as we are well aware by now. But I think that is at least my highest priority, is to try and learn as much as we can about these ruins.
All right. I'm with you.
Yeah,
Yes.
to be honest, we've like not to relay back to anything that's happened in the past, but I'm a firm believer of going with Demir's gut feeling.
And like a certain dragon thing. Yeah.
To not harken back to that, but to harken
Always
back.
gone with Demir's gut feeling and nothing else.
And nothing else. All right.
I do think that sticking together is the best option.
Seriously, Joe, have we met? It's driving me insane.
Not
I do not
all
think I have-
Oni are the same, Edward.
I know, Demir. That's why I'm not asking you. I'm telling Kilvo that her face is. God! I think you stabbed me. Like, I fought an Oni I fought several Onis, but one of them was like you. Your face.
Well, I do not think I have stabbed you in the past.
Never mind, I'll figure it out.
Yes. Emphasis on think.
Right, so the plan is Demir investigates the ruin we were in, and we go to the new ruin, was it?
But at least we all go together, and then we can spend the time, like if we want, like trying to actually make secure the area, and then possibly, like while he's studying ruins, you guys could be like, hey, let's check out what that big, giant, scary force is in the other ruin.
I still don't think that splitting up for too long is a good idea.
Yeah, and we kill.
Just given how dangerous this whole area is tended to be.
Yeah, we basically would probably, what I'm suggesting is we kind of make the ruins, try and see if we can basically make it our base, so we can just camp out there, and because that's basically what the Pathfinders were doing before the goblins showed up. So if we can basically secure it from any other goblins that might be in the
Yes.
area, or possibly not dead and just pretending to be dead, then
Come
we
on,
can.
Demir. Ooh, never do that.
That'd be weird if that happened.
Yeah, just
Yeah, well, just a potential thought. But anyways, I mean that would be at least the most beneficial, because then we wouldn't have to worry about exiting the ruins at some point. We could make use of the natural defenses and the secret passage, and it would just be much better than just being out in the open and having to every now and then come back to there and check out on it.
Hmm.
And then, as we just ascertained, the other ruin is about an hour or so away, and so it would be not too much trouble to try and at least scout it out. And
I can lend you my horse if we need to call upon you. You'd get there faster.
you have a horse? Sorry, I didn't
Yes.
see one anywhere.
Oh, give me 10 minutes. And he summons Betsy.
I'll make you a horse. Give me 10 minutes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Just add 3 cups of sugar, half a pound of flour.
Yeah. So he does summon a horse, and
It's
as
nice, everything nice.
this absolutely normal, weirdly normal looking horse is summoned from this holy flesh of light, you decide to make your way back to the ruins, and unfortunately that's where we're going to end the session because it's getting late. And but yeah, we'll pick this up next week, unfortunately without a player, without a certain player who doesn't want to play with us for a little bit.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. He hates us, and I blame all of you except for me.
I was trying to TPK us, and I didn't succeed, and so now I'm not playing.
That is
out of
very
protest.
true. That is very true. Which sucks, because this means the Mir won't be able to play at level 7 like everyone else.
No.
Yeah.
So are you saying that everyone apart from Demir levels up?
Yeah. The Mir levels up whenever
everyone
we
levels up?
No, Edward is already level 7. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, I want to level 8.
Yeah, but
I look at it this side. If you guys TPK while I'm gone, then Demir is just safe at level 7.
that is true. That is very true. But
Yeah.
anyway, you guys can do the leveling up during the break before the next session, and I'm gonna find someone to raid. And this was a fun session.
I
Yeah,
really
let's-
like this session.
Yeah, this was a
I'm
nice
sitting there
session.
go.
This is
If
really
I
good,
hadn't
man.
eaten the
Really
rice
good.
ball,
Yeah.
Yoho might have died.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking rice ball literally saved her life.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, no, this was just a lot of fun. Just being able to like, first of all, like destroying the gate, the arrival of Edward, and then just getting divide up the loot and just like figure out about kind of like put like a little nice bow on that whole fight. Like,
Oh yeah, and
I had a
loot.
lot of fun.
Something all D&D players like getting loot.
I'm just so pumped about that spellbook.
Yeah.
To be honest, I feel kind of bad that Callahan didn't get anything, and Edward would just showed up at the last second, got a full plate armor.
To be fair, we'd have all died horribly if it was for Edward.
Yeah.
Just coming in and
Oh, yeah,
smiting
true,
the crap
true.
out
Oh,
of
yeah.
that gate.
Yes.
Alright, so
Oh.
we are going to be rating Ginger Snap Sirius. She is one of my one-shot D&D players, and she's super, super sweet, and I wanted to rate her for a while now. So she's probably starting her stream, and
Cool. I'm finished leveling.
You see that Portuguese streamer you told us about?
no, that
Or am I confused?
that would
Okay,
be
I mixed them up.
Nikkei Nata.
Yes.
I will rate her another time. I wanted. That sounds so bad, but I
No,
shall
no.
rate her
Told us
another
about her
time.
when we raid her.
Yes,
Yeah.
but yes. Let's
You dog.
let's give it. Shut the fuck up. Let's give
I'm
her
kidding.
another rate, and I hope you enjoy the session then. And let's have another cool session next week. Yeah.
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 And